The Crown continued their closing argument. This is part 3 of my day 4 recap of the closing arguments in the 2018 Team Canada SA trial. Make sure you follow so you don't miss anything as the trial wraps up. The lawyer said the defense theory that Ian was the sexual aggressor with the large group of men but not with Taylor Radish and Boris Kachuk, who were the first two men in the hotel room, does not make any sense. They both testified that she was under the covers quiet with the blankets pulled up to her chin, and she wasn't acting sexually with them because she didn't feel threatened yet. She then said the judge should reject the defense theory that Ian was the sexual aggressor that night. The defense said the group chat between the players on June 26, 2018 shows a group of young men who were scared and worried about a Hockey Canada investigation and a possible police investigation. The Crown said that it's important to consider who was in the group chat. Radish and Kachuk are not. Dubé only included people in the group chat that were in the room that night when the sexual acts happened. He then went on to say that the group chat, quote, specifically and deliberately includes only the people who have to get their story straight. When McLeod texts, quote, we all need to say the same thing if we get interviewed, can't have different stories or make anything up. He's laying out for the men that their stories have to match, and he's, quote, padding the record in case anyone sees the group chat in the future. The lawyer brought up the group chat text messages in court and ran through how they create a false narrative, and then she said, quote, the group chat shows that the participants were all exposed to a discussion of a developing narrative, calling it a, quote, group work project to try and figure out what the story should be. The Crown then reminded the judge that the men told the police in 2018 that it was food, not the text from McLeod about a threesome, that brought the other players on the hockey team into the room that night. She then said, quote, your honor can conclude that going to McLeod's room for food is a false idea planted into the group chat, which makes its way into the accounts of all these men, either intentionally or not. McLeod, quote, flat out lied to the detective in 2018 that the men were going to his room because he ordered some food. The Crown then went on to tackle the idea of the consent videos, and she ended off the entire conversation with, quote, if she was demanding sex, begging for sex repeatedly, wouldn't it make sense to capture that on video or even audio? If he was truly interested in capturing her enthusiastic consent on video, they had plenty of opportunity because the men were saying that she was saying stuff like that. I'll be completely honest, the Crown then went on to talk about consent and valid consent, and the CBC Daily Live article update gives a better explanation of it than I ever could, so go ahead and read that for the rest of the update.